Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a Lego set and to wish you a Merry Christmas. I'm throwing the Bear Cave Lego this site, the tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes. Or if you feel like being a lurker, you can go ahead and lurk. I am going to put in the bonus command here so that I can tell you about. Actually, first I'm gonna thank Aristofan, Tier 2, 64 months, saying Merry Christmas, Pat. Merry Christmas to you as well. Let's throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. And we can thank Aristofan for being a Tier 2 subscriber, which whips ass. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Also, I did put in the bonus command there in the chat, reminding you that new subscribers until January 2nd, you save 25% off. And it comes out of Twitch's end. It doesn't hurt me. I don't make less money because you're taking advantage of this deal. In fact, I make more money because you become a subscriber. So that's good. And then gift subs are going to be on sale from December 27th through January 2nd. So not right now, but soon. Right at the top of the bat, I do want to say we are currently at 30 subscribers. The goal is to hit 50. I stopped talking about subscriber numbers when we hit 50 every month. We didn't hit 50 this month. It's okay. We're at 30. That's good. That's important to say. The other thing that's important to say is reminder that I am come hang out with me tomorrow night for Boxing Day, because nothing says the holiday that I don't celebrate quite like talking about anime, because it's Pat Baer's Anime Club Live, a recording of my fall review / winter preview. Winter 2024, the season is upon us. There's the longest break possible in anime is happening right now because stuff is wrapping up, but new stuff isn't starting yet. So it's a good time to get caught up, and maybe my video will be able to help you. But at the very least, it's fun to hear, like, when I say I haven't watched this anime, someone in chat might be like, I hated it or I loved it. And I'll be like, oh, cool. But I can't do that if people don't come. So come tomorrow for that. Because for many of y'all, including myself, that's just fucking Tuesday. That's just Tuesday. So I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about that. What do I expect audience-wise for this evening? I don't know. I really don't. It's one, Christmas Day and Christmas Eve feel different to me. Christmas Eve feels like dinner that night, family, you're out late, whatever. You come home, you got to put stuff under the tree if you got kids in the house, or you got to fill the stockings. Aristofan just gifted 5 subs to the community. Thank you so much, Aristofan. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Thank Aristofan for not only renewing at tier 2, but also for gifting subs, which I will read out their names right now. Welcome aboard, Azarak 13, Waveslay, Sakadu 21, excellent. The Teaches of Peaches, and Kymule. Congratulations to all of you on your gifted subs. We are now at 35 out of 50. Thank you, Aristofan, for all those gifted subs. You didn't even save money, but I appreciate you. To me, Christmas Eve was out late at night, come back, put stuff in the stockings, put stuff under the tree, whatever. Christmas Day, you get up at a reasonable time or an unreasonable time. You open up presents, or maybe you just get your stocking, and then you have like supper. You have, lunch, dinner. And then maybe you watch football. Maybe you just veg out on the couch. Maybe you put together something that you got that you needs assembly, like perhaps a very comfortable chair that is described as the manager's chair that I'm currently sitting in, that I'm leaning forward so that I can build. But in reality, most days I do this. Oh. And by most days, I mean yesterday and today, because I knew it was there. I unwrapped it yesterday, or unboxed it yesterday, and assembled it yesterday. Turns out I'm pretty good at assembling chairs when I really want to sit on one. Aristofan says, yeah, the discount doesn't happen until the 27th, and I'm going to be out of town this week, so I'll miss it. You were worth the extra $7.50. Well, thank you very much, Aristofan. I appreciate that quite a bit. Thank you for that. As we inch closer to our goal of 50 subscribers, that means a lot. I will say that I did keep this out so we could look at it, because Saturday we didn't have you here. And again, gotta always point this out, folks. You don't have to be here for streams. It's awesome if you are. I love it. But like, don't feel like my schedule has to be your schedule. Even if it is entertainment and you're having a good time, don't feel like you gotta be here for the streams. So we'll go to the overhead here. This is what we built on Saturday. This is the Boba Fett mech that I assembled here. You can see the front of it. You can see the part where Boba Fett hangs out in there. And then on the back, the backpack here, and the big gun and all of that. So I assembled this mech, and then we started working on the Dragonite, but we'll look at Dragonite later, because we're not here to build the Dragonite. I just wanted to show this. Also, it's fun to have it on my desk. But I did want to show that off because Aristofan bought that off my Amazon wish list, along with some other stuff, a model kit we've already built, and the Dragonite, which we'll be working on soon. But tonight, we're working on the Wintertime Polar Bears. The Wintertime Polar Bears is a cute little set. You know, I do these a lot. I've done some Valentine's Day sets. I've done plenty of Halloween sets. I've done all of the Halloween sets that exist. So now I'm doing knockoff Lego Halloween stuff. That's how long I've been doing that. Yeah, this will be a fun one. And I've heard of 2 different people that I know through various social media have let me know that they have worked on this set, which is very fun. And I hope that people enjoy me building it. This is the wrong piece, right? Yeah, I need to start with a 1x3, and that is a 4x4, or sorry, 3x3, and that's a 4x4. This is a 3x3. So we're going to build some polar bears. Then we're going to build a set for them, a tree, and it's going to be very cute and holidays. And then I'm going to show my mom tomorrow, and she's going to think it's adorable. I figured we could chat about our holidays, if people got anything cool, bought themselves anything cool, you know, the like. I shared this on my Discord, but I have not done so anywhere else. Obviously, I talked about my chair. The chair is the big gift. This incredibly comfortable chair it's so nice. It's so nice for my back. It's so nice for my butt. My butt is so pleased. My posture in general will be better with this chair. Also, I can't really tuck my legs underneath it because the seat is long enough that it's forcing me to put my actual feet on the floor or to get something to put my feet up on, which is better for me than tucking my feet underneath and like the posts of the previous chair that I was using. This is way better than that. So yeah, overall, very pleased. That's like the best gift. I've got $75 worth of Amazon gift cards, which I will be using for something silly. And by silly, I mean something from my Amazon wish list that is incredibly expensive. We can take a look at my wish list right now to see if there's something like. So basically, if you're unfamiliar, what I'll do is I will make a poll. I will make a Google poll, and I will post it, on Twitter and all my social medias and the Discord. And I will probably send out a note to both my regular subscribers on YouTube and my VOD subscribers on YouTube, and just be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. You can vote, and then whatever wins, I'll buy with that $75 gift card, and then probably extra because it won't probably be enough, or it might be. And then if I don't use the full amount, those gift cards just go to the next thing I buy to build on stream anyway. It goes into the streams, is what I'm saying. Should be pretty self-explanatory there. Looking at my list here, definitely going on the list is the Full Mechanics Gundam Aerial. I have not built that. I do like a good Full Mechanics. Those can be fun. I like an aerial kit, so that's definitely on the list, which is pretty pricey. Also on that list will most likely be the Blue Eyes White Dragon full Figure Eyes Amplified, which is just like kind of its own thing. It's based on the Blue Eyes White Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, but then they just get wild with it. They go overboard with the thing. It's not show accurate or manga accurate or card game accurate, but it will be pretty neat. That's definitely on the list. And then I think also on the list will be probably the Zaku Warrior live concert version, which is more than $75, but not too much more than $75. That's the Zaku Warrior, which I really like. And this is from the Gundam base. It is expensive. And it is the live concert version, which it's basically the same master grade that I've actually, you know what? No, I'm sorry. I've built the Zaku Warrior high grade. I've never built the master grade version. So it's the master grade instead of the high grade. So that's fun. And then also it's decorated and cool as hell. So, this is the wrong spot here. Sorry. This needs to go on the bottom of this part here. This needs to happen there, and then this goes there. So yeah, gift cards will go towards that, and then I'll make up the difference, or the difference will go into me buying other things, and a poll will go out sometime this week. I'm thinking Thursday into Friday. Hey, Lord Crashington, I'll do the poll on Thursday during the day so that I can promote it during the stream that night, and it'll be like a 24-hour poll, trying to get people to vote on what I should buy, what expensive thing I should buy. So there's that. Let's see, what else I got? I got a new winter hat, a toque if you are Canadian, a beanie if you are silly, if you're silly bones. But yeah, I got myself a toque, and it has a light that is removable. So like night walking and stuff, you can turn that on, and then otherwise you just turn it around so it's the back of the hat, because otherwise there's a hole there where that should be. But I did need a new winter hat. It actually is very useful. I will get some amount of use out of that, so that's nice. My dad got the same thing from some relatives, so that's fun. I got a new shirt that is perfect for building Gunpla in the dark. Yes, indeed. I got a new shirt that is bright blue, and it is from a ocean preservation group. So it is a lovely thought that this holiday gift from my aunt and uncle helps out both me by giving me a shirt, and also the environment, our oceans. They got me a water bottle last year from the same company / group. So now I have a water bottle that matches shirt, which I don't know. And it'll go into rotation. Can't say it won't. All right, I need these. I need this one, and I need that one. Lord Crashing wants me to dance button. Only a couple days left for this dance song, so here we go. Boom, chick, boom, boom, chick, chick, boom, boom, chick, chick, boom. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. Shake it, 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 shake it. And we're good. Thank you for using your channel points, Lord Crashington. What else can I say? Oh, yeah, so there's that. I got an Uber gift card. Sounds like a Phineas and Ferb song. Yes. It's got a little bit there, yeah. Yeah, my lyrics are a little bit. I need these two. Great. What was I going to say? I got an Uber gift card for $50. And you're like, Pat, why would you need to take an Uber? You live in the suburbs. Well, for those that don't know, for about a month and change, maybe 6 weeks, I believe this time around, my folks leave the state and they go on a nice vacation, and I do not go with them because there wouldn't be no room for me Then they go to the timeshare and they have a really good time, and it's very good for them. And I stay here, and I get my food delivered. But 3 or 4 times a week or a month, I should say, or during their trip, I should say that. I mail them I send them the mail because we don't have mail forwarding down there, because there's some stuff that I need. Or they used to do that. They used to just have their mail get forwarded down there to a mailbox and just get it. But then like packages that I ordered from stuff would just get mailed there. Like model kits would just get mailed to Florida, and that would not be good. So instead, I just go to the post office once a week, and then I take an Uber to the post office and back. And occasionally, but not always, on occasion, I also go to the Arby's that is across the street from the post office. But I don't do that every week. But I will do that probably the first week. And so that money will be great. That gift card will go towards me not having to spend a lot of money on Ubers. So that'll be very nice. And the final thing I received, well, I got some candy, but that's neither here nor there. The final thing I received is a Lego set that I've already built on stream. It is the Lego 3-in-1 Space Shuttle. It is a cute, very fun kit or set that we have built on stream here. That is very fun, and I'm not going to be like, oh, I've already built this. That just said like, oh yeah, all right, thank you, and very happy about it. I think I was nicer when I said that, but yeah, no, I'm not, not gonna say, hey, no thanks to that. So what we're gonna do is, I built this for the internet, so no thanks. Yeah, no, we've never done like bonus builds. We have done a couple kits that are like, there are 3-in-1s out there that are actually 4-in-1s, and like there's not a printed instruction, but you can go to the Lego website and they have them, and then you can just build it off the website. And I'm not talking about that. I need there's so much white in this kit because of all of the penguins, polar bears, and such, that there's just a lot of white here that I cannot find the pieces I need, and I found them. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people use kits and make their own designs and upload them, and they use programs to make instructions that look like the regular book instructions. So I went over to where did I go to this? Bricktelligence. Bricktelligence is a creator on YouTube that also uploads to Rebrickable. Rebrickable is just like, yeah, here's things to go. Now, one thing I will say about Bricktelligence, the person who I am going to be taking some inspiration from, who made a bunch of things with this set, they, unfortunately, don't have printed instructions. They have, or printable instructions, or like photos instructions, like a PDF or something. They have YouTube content. So they do like here's how to build it, and here's how it looks, and they put the instructions to the YouTube video. So I'm either going to have to watch the YouTube video and pause in a bunch of places, which doesn't seem ideal, or go through the video and every step print screen and save it as an image and make my own PDF instruction manual and then put it on my tablet, or put it on my monitor as a PDF, which is going to take a while. That's legwork, but I think that's still the better solution. So in the future, we're going to be able to showcase, and of course, I'll link to it in chat, and then link to it in the archive videos and all that. But we'll be able to build some stuff that somebody who is not part of Lego came up with, and I think that'll be kind of neat. That'll be a fun way to use a kit that I've already built on stream, and that I don't have to say, I don't want this for Christmas. Thank you for thinking of me, but no, get it out of here. Get this out of here. And I just throw it on the ground. Like, no, we're not going to do that. So instead, we'll do the other thing, which I think will work out pretty okay. All right, so I need these, and then I need one of these, and I got it. This is, I wouldn't call this like hard so far. This is pretty straightforward here, working on one of our polar bears, and then we'll work on the other one. So yeah, that's my Christmas haul. If anybody wants to share anything with me, if you got any, things that you want to tell me you got some model kits, or a gift card to a craft store, or some puzzles, or some video games, or a rad sweater, you can let me know what your Christmas haul is. But this chair is the big one. This chair is, I'm frustrated. Win Shift S to bring up snip and sketch would be better than print screen. Yes, Lashbrook. I said print screen because it's shorthand, but I would use Windows Shift S to just grab that instead of copying all three of my monitors at once. But thank you, Lashbrook. Yes, that is a good shout. I used a shorthand there, but that is what I meant. This chair is a game changer. So I have been sitting. Part of it was to motivate me to get comfortable here, which I do a lot. I do a lot of like, no, you know what? I'm going to be annoyed with this wooden chair that I put a cushion on. I'm going to be annoyed with this chair, and it's going to motivate me to get full-time work and to save my hard-earned dollars and to get back to a semblance of what I want to be doing with my life and get out of this house. But I moved here in 2020, and I don't have a set plan to get out of here, and so I should be comfortable. And then also, when I do get out of here, I could ship this to my new place, or this could be the office chair that my mother uses in her office, and she can inherit this chair, and it will go to a good home. Or we could sell it, because there are plenty of yard sales around here, and I'm sure that somebody would be interested in this very comfortable chair in a few years, or in a year, or in 9 months. I don't know. So I'm done punishing myself about that. I finally was like, I need a comfortable chair. I can't do this anymore. I'm getting older. What I don't need to do is, there are some days where I am on the computer for work stuff, or just play or whatever, all day, and then night, and most of the night, and then I stream, and then more of the night. And that is not good for me to be on a uncomfortable chair that long. So also I can, my bed is here. I can push this chair back some, swing around, and then put my legs up, and that's very comfortable. Having the swivel, the wheels don't mean much. I'm banging here because of the arm. I can put the arms up. I can put the arms up here because I don't really need them. But I'm swinging, which is nice. Can't punish your body while working your way back to New York City. Yes, Lord Crashton. That's kind of what I'm feeling there. Lord Crashton has got money, got gift cards, and some new shoes. Hell yeah, new shoes. I got new shoes around sometime in October. I can't remember exactly when that I got my new sneaks, but they're still holding up, and I'm still really loving them. So, yeah, new shoes, new man. Also, money and gift cards, both great. Exchanging for goods and services. It's awesome. Aristofan says, my big Lego gift was the Indiana Jones Golden Idol Temple. I love Lego diorama. Holy shit. Yeah, that's I've seen that on the interwebs, and that is a great looking Lego set, Aristofan. Fuck yeah. Enjoy it. Sounds great. That's cool. But yeah, I hope folks had a good little Christmas, and also, if you don't celebrate, you don't do anything for Christmas, I hope that your weekend was nice. Hope it's nice and quiet for you. Hope your Monday was great. I spent a good portion of today thinking that it was Sunday, because yesterday did not feel like a Sunday, and today does not feel like a Monday for me. But luckily I set alarms to remind myself, and I early in the day I have Nightbot open to copy and paste my commands. I have my Google Doc open for the stream, which has a bunch of information, my best ofs and such like that, and also the review of the anime episode that I watched today. I was going to watch two. I did only watch the one episode. So next week I will finish up that. I am jumping a step. Gotta make sure I don't do that. But yeah, I got my notes and stuff. But so I get things ready so that I can then jump in and I'm good to go when the time comes. Have a sip of water here. I'm using a Christmas glass. Nice for the holidays. One thing I did today was I missed it live. Nextlander, this was Alex and Vinny of Nextlander, did a Hitman stream, and that feels very holiday. Watching them fools do some Hitman, so that was fun. I watched most of that today when the archive went up because I missed it live. This looks darker than this is, but there is no dark gray, so it's got to be the light gray, which is cool. But yes, this is lighter than it looks in the photo, but since there is no dark gray, it's got to be that. Put that there. This does have different bags, but I sorted everything just to make my life easier today. Also, knolling Lego parts and going from like taking all the 2x3s and putting them like this so they condense it down. I like doing that. That is I don't consider that busy work. That's stuff I like to do. I did watch some wrestling last night, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling with friends. Sunday nights, Sunday afternoons are D&D often. We didn't play yesterday. We were going to, got a cancellation. Kind of bummed by that. That's okay. So we didn't do D&D. I managed to do a game of Fiasco in my the collective that I am a part of. That basically there is a place and you can just be like, hey, does anyone want to play this time? And set up a time. So I managed to go like, hey, my D&D fell through. Is anybody around? And one of the people I played D&D with was also like, oh yeah, all right. And we got enough people for a game of Fiasco together, which is fun. And I didn't have to run it, which is also fun. I do like running Fiasco, but it's nice when you just have to focus on playing. Oops, wrong order there. So, what was I saying? Last night, hung out with some friends, watching some professional wrestling. We watched a show from Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, their last live stream of the year, which was very fun. Good time. Some Christmas-themed shenanigans, which is always fun. There was a match where there was a stocking with a bell in it, and if you rang the bell, a predetermined wish could be granted. Santa was going to grant your wish. And one team's wish was that for them, not the other team, they would win at a 2 count instead of the traditional 3 count. They only needed a 2 count to win. And the other team's was, if we ring the bell, one of the members of the other team, Mizuki, had to get into a sack, which turned out to just be a big blanket that they tied her, quote unquote, tied her up in, like at the neck. It was very, very strange in a great way. And then if the other team rings the bell, it undoes it. And that was a very silly, wonderful stipulation where you just see this girl pouting, and you just see her from the neck up, and she was just in a sack. Mizuki was very unhappy with that, and it was pretty funny. Good bits of business there. What to say? The show was fun in general. Some good matches, good mix 'em ups, good goofs here and there. Anything else? Yeah, and then it was just holiday stuff. It's just me and my folks here. We didn't have anyone come over for anything, which I think is fine. Apparently, my folks are having people over for New Year's, which good on them. I will probably have New Year's Eve dinner with those friends, and then I think they're going to hang out till the ball drops here, East Coast time. So they're going to probably hear me making noise from this room while they are in another room. And they are welcome to it. They are welcome to listen to me. Reminder, this coming Saturday, no stream. No stream this Saturday because this coming Sunday, New Year's Eve, I will be streaming. I'll be streaming on New Year's Eve. 2 hours of model kit building, the traditional 2 hours, because more than that and my brain gets wonky. So I'll do some model kit building, and then basically from 11 until right before midnight, Power Wash Simulator, because there is a bonus stage that came out for everything but the Switch. Apparently they didn't get approved for the Switch in time, but they put out a Santa's Workshop stage, and I have cleaned a little bit of it, but certainly not enough of it. So we'll do more of that in that hour, and then ring in the new year, which I think will be fun. I'm going to go ahead and say I think that'll be a fun way to ring in the new year, and then we'll of course raid after midnight. We'll go and raid somebody who is also still streaming on a different coast, so that we can hang out with them and ring in the new year. Most of the people I follow and kind of keep track of are West Coast people. I don't follow a lot of streamers in the middle of the country. Jason's probably like the one I follow the most, Bad Gunpla, but he usually streams way earlier than me. He wraps up way before I do, so I don't think he'll probably not be doing a New Year. But if he is, that would be a great person, because he's only an hour difference in Texas, where he is in Texas. So that could work out. We might end up doing something like that. But if not, we'll just raid somebody on the West Coast who's definitely going to be hanging out till the new year. We occasionally raid Cypher, Tanya, but Tanya doesn't stream at night that often, and also doesn't stream as much as she used to, which is okay. That's all right. Reminds me when Conan was on late night at NBC and he'd celebrate the CST New Year's because of when his show aired. Yes. Yeah, it's that weird thing where you're like, oh yeah, okay, well when I'm on, it's New Year's for some people. Not everybody. It is New Year's for some people. All right, and then I need 3 of this. On Saturday's stream, I talked about some of my blank of the year. And I feel like, I don't really need to rehash all of that. But I do want to hear from you if folks didn't answer, because I said, hey, if you have answers to these, I'd love to hear it. If anybody that wasn't there on Saturday wants to contribute to, tell me their game of the year, their TV show of the year, their movie of the year, model kit, Lego set, other, like craft of the year, podcast, their favorite podcast 2023, and then I did a bunch of wrestling stuff, like wrestling promotion, match, show, tag team, trio, faction, dream year. That is the wrestler you think is having just a phenomenal, unbelievable, unquestionably incredible year, which was Mike Bailey for me, because Mike Bailey is just having fucking banger after banger, can't miss dream matches every fucking month. And then announced team of the year. So if you want to contribute any of that to the conversation, I would love to hear it from you. I don't have anything new to add there, but also it was like book of the year or whatever. My manga is probably Frieren, because this is the year I got into Frieren. I think I was reading some of it last year, but I was really diving in this year, which is just unbelievably incredible. So that is probably high. That's probably my favorite manga of the year. And I don't have an album of the year because I didn't really listen to new stuff. It's probably Adarashi Gakko, but they didn't put out a new album this year. But I got into them this year. They blew up on TikTok a couple years ago, and I'm behind the times. But Atarashi Go is probably that. This polar bear is wearing a scarf. Dr. Fardum T says same. Nice. Yeah, this polar bear's got a scarf on, which is pretty great. We built one polar bear. It's time to work on bag 2. That's bag 1 completed. Now we can get to bag 2, which is, I guess, going to be some of the base that we'll be building here. Which is good. So we'll do some of that. Start with that piece. And then we need this piece and one of the long boys and two of the arches. And then we'll just like start building this set here. Building the scene. So I don't, if anybody has any, their favorites of any of those categories, I guess I'll just go through it again because a couple you heard, but Sunday was pretty light, so I'll repeat myself. My game of the year was Alan Wake 2. My TV show of the year, I don't watch a lot of TV. My TV show of the year was the One Piece live action. The movie was the animated movie Suzume, which is phenomenal. My favorite model kits are two. I'll give you the Epion Real Grade and the Death Scythe Hell High Grade. My reasoning being I am fascinated with the idea that the Death Scythe Hell High Grade actually got made. I'm so pleased that I was able to make that because it's one of my favorite kits, and I never actually thought we would get a high grade of it. So that's rad. And then the other one is that Epion just fucking whips ass. It's a beautiful real grade. It's just a phenomenal kit. A joy to build. It looks great. I don't think the transformation is that great, but also I've never been pleased with the Epion's transformation. I don't think it's ever been done great, and the real grade is the best approach at it. So, good on them. They gave it their all on it. My favorite Lego set is the Jurassic Park Triceratops Research, because, of course, it allowed me to make this Lego here, which is on my desk, the Lego poo. The big Lego pile of poo with, of course, the berry that causes the illness for the Triceratops. Yeah, the Triceratops is on my desk too, but it's really all about this. Like, that's just phenomenal that exists. There's bandana, put that away. It had a very shitty kit. Yes, yeah, Lord Crashington. Real shit. And then my favorite other that was not a Lego set or a Gundam model, a Bandai model kit, was the Mold King AE86. I built two of these Mold King. Mold King is the best of the seemingly only available on Amazon knockoff Lego sets. Of all of the fake ass Lego, this is the best one. Mold King, and the 86 looks rad. I have another car from them. I bought a third car from those folks, and I'm excited to put that together. Mega Construx is actually probably the best, not Lego, but they're almost in a different tier. So, I didn't include them in that conversation. My favorite podcast was the SmackDown review. Cultaholic has some retro podcasts where they I skipped a step. I said sorry. I don't need to apologize. I just need to do it right. They have a bunch of podcasts where they're watching old wrestling and talking about it. And this particular podcast started with the very first episode of SmackDown and has been going through every episode of SmackDown as it airs. And it's very fun. It's Tom Campbell from Cultaholic and Matthew Gregg, who you may know more for his work on Botchamania. And it's very fun. It's a good time to watch them do their thing, or listen to them do their thing, I should say. Because I was a Patreon a supporter of Patreon, so I did have access to watching the video version, but I am currently not helping them out on Patreon there. Move my money around to some other folks this year. Trying to do less Patreon support of people. Wrestling promotion, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. Love Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. They bring me so much joy. Incredible athletes. It's goofy and fun. It is the silliest wrestling promotion while also having incredible heavy hitters. And also, their funniest wrestler is one of the best wrestlers going. Hyper Misao can literally do it all, including being an incredibly competent, fantastic wrestler who is also so fucking silly and creative. Goddamn. But that promotion brings me so much joy. It had to be Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. My match of the year was from AEW Dynamite Grand Slam 2023. It was with the Ring of Honor World title on the line against the New Japan Strong Openweight title. What happened here? Oh, shit. Am I disconnected? Ooh, okay. I think maybe I'm going to reload. No, I look okay. All right. That's weird. My apologies, everybody. Yeah, my KBPS dropped down to like nothing. So that's weird. So it's going to look weird here, and I hope that it starts to look better for you. My apologies, friends. I have no control over that. It stopped for a few seconds. Yeah, I didn't get disconnected. So it wasn't a thing on Twitch's end where I got disconnected. It just stopped looking good for a while. So yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that was weird. Hit refresh if you need to. Eddie Kingston defeated Claudio Castagnoli to win the Ring of Honor title. He had already had the New Japan title at Grand Slam. I love Eddie Kingston as a wrestler, as someone that struggles and works on his struggles, that works very hard. Eddie Kingston, the idea of Eddie Kingston being in a major wrestling promotion is still weird to say. Him being Ring of Honor champion just makes fucking sense. Him beating Claudio for that title makes a lot of sense. Eddie did real well at Collision on Saturday. The storyline has been so good. They have me believing that he's going to beat Daniel Bryan. He's going to beat Daniel Bryan, and he's going to face Swerve or Jay White or John Moxley. I'm believing it because there's two reasons why I'm believing it. One, 2 of the 3 belts on the line are Eddie's, and it's weird for him to lose before the finals. It's weird for him to have lost both those belts before the finals of it. That's just my opinion on that. I think it would be weird. The bigger reason is I think Daniel Bryan is the exact kind of sicko that would be like, well, it'd be natural for me to be the winner of this, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to win. Instead, I want Eddie Kingston to beat me. Because Bryan beat Eddie in this tournament already, called him a bum, waved a sign an audience member had in his face, talked a lot of trash, and it would be very weird if all of that trash talk did not bite him in the ass. It would just be a strange thing. So I have high hopes. Also, look, I want great things for Swerve Strickland. I don't think great things for Swerve Strickland involves this new championship that he has to defend all over the place. I think that's actually maybe a step down for what I would like to see him do. But it feels kind of perfect for Eddie. Same thing with Moxley. It doesn't make sense. Jay White, I guess that's how you get Jay White back in New Japan, because he lost a loser leaves Japan match, and he lost a loser leaves New Japan match. Jay White should not be allowed, and so I guess this gets around that, but it's not that interesting to me. So if I could, write this, I would put Eddie Kingston beating Daniel Bryan, and then Eddie Kingston beating John Moxley. The idea of Eddie beating Bryan and Moxley in the same tournament, having defeated Claudio again, and just whipping ass and making it happen, that sounds fucking so cool. And it would be a good John Moxley versus Eddie Kingston. We already know that's great. We've watched it. We've seen it. They're both better than they were when they had their last match with each other. And the stakes are I think, higher. I need one more of these. I don't know. That's my fan booking. Honestly, I don't think Jay White should have those belts because he's banned from New Japan storyline wise, not in reality. But other than that, I think anybody winning that. Look, it would be fucking cool if Daniel Bryan won a American Triple Crown. Like, I'm not going to say that wouldn't be fucking cool. And he would defend it, and he would be great at it, and it would be neat as hell. I'm not saying that wouldn't be, but I can't not want good things for Eddie Kingston. I want all of the good things for Eddie. I want him to win things and have it, and have those things mean something. Have you seen the Ric Flair clip from the Iron Claw movie? No, I have not. I am attempting my damnedest to go into that movie as blind as possible. I have seen the trailer a bunch, but the trailer really doesn't say anything, which is good. And I know that some characters, some real life people are kind of skipped over or edited out. But I have not watched the clip of that Ric Flair because I'm not going to see it in theaters. But when I do see it, I kind of want to. Like, I know that some people are in it, and I kind of know who they're playing in it, but I do want to be surprised. So, yeah, I have not seen that clip. My show of the year was Hype, which is Hyper Masao produced a show that is incredible. It is unbelievably weird and just a wonderful mess of creativity and talent and good wrestling and silly wrestling and bonkers storytelling. My tag team is Free Wi-Fi, obviously an incredible name. Fun tag team that just like gets each other. They're the tag champs at Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. They're incredible, top tier team. And they have gear that matches each other and is complementary to each other, which you think would be a prerequisite for being a champion, a tag champion, but is not the case, unfortunately. So I gotta give props to that when I see it. Trio is Palm and Raku and Yuki Aino. They are just a delightful nonsense team that should not work as well together as they do. Some real cosmically odd wrestlers working together, and one just a natural, like not weird at all wrestler, just making it all happen and being real good together. Very fun trio that I enjoy very, very much. Okay, so this goes here. This goes here. This goes like that. Best faction, Damage Control. Damage Control lost a lot at the beginning of 2023, but they've made up for it. The additions of Kairi Sane and Asuka make that an unbelievably incredible force. Look, do I think Judgment Day rules, especially when you consider Rhea Ripley? Sure, but Judgment Day has lost all the time and also has a real creep as a partial or full member. A real creep in real life that I don't want to talk about, so we won't. So I will say that it can't be them. Bloodline, nah, not this year. Been all kinds of weird, and some of the story twists haven't been particularly good, in my opinion. So then it comes down to really Damage Control. Damage Control is just an incredible faction. Having Asuka there just adds a whole other level of bizarreness and is just fun and great. And eventually Bayley's going to get kicked out of the group she formed, which is just going to be great because it'll probably be a Bayley face turn, which feels long overdue. Because Bayley's been a heel for a really fucking long time at this point, and it's probably time that we get Pam on the side of good again. Or silly heel, because she hasn't been a silly heel since Damage Control started up. So yeah, I'm thinking it's probably time for Pam to get back onto the side of light. But who knows? And then I already talked about Dream Year. because Speedball Mike Bailey has had just an incredible professional wrestling year. Last year was good too, but this year was just like all across the world fighting just top-notch people, putting on bangers every fucking month, never really missing, doing comedy, doing serious stuff, just like going for it in every way, shape, and form, just having a great year. And my favorite announced team is Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, and Taz on AEW. Sentimental favorites, of course, Chris Brooks and Balanaki, the English commentators for Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, who do a fantastic job of making sense of the nonsense for the bigger shows, but they're also incredibly jokey and goofy, and they often call wrestling names instead of the names the wrestlers want to use. They just call them the English equivalent names of it, like the 619, or the, like Whisper in the Wind and various other things. You're like, they probably have a name for that move, but they'd rather just say that. They have a little bit too much fun while they're doing it, so that they couldn't be the top, but they're the runners up, an easy runners up. We're going on the base here, and then we'll build the other, our other lovely polar bear that I believe is, because there's also a sled. We have to build a sled at some point, so we're making some progress here. Looks good. We will go long if necessary. If I cannot complete this in the next hour, I will go back to. We will stay late so that I can wrap this thing up. This goes like that. Ooh, what happened? Oh no, that's weird. That goes like that, and then I have a 1x4, this. Okay, this goes like this. No. All right. Oh, no. Okay. This goes like that. There we go. This goes like that. It didn't line up right in my head when I was looking at it. I was like, this doesn't seem right, because I was doing it wrong. When in doubt, folks, if you're like, oh, this doesn't seem correct, it's because it might not be. You might be doing it fucking wrong. Wrong as hell. That's all my lists. I'm going to let that list go. But if you have anything that you want to add to yourself, you want to tell me about your favorite whatever, your favorite blank, I'd be happy to hear it. I'd say this is Lord Crashing, that my anime of the year is Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. And my pre-2023 anime of the year is My Hero Academia. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not saying you can't just make your anime of the year My Hero Academia, but your best anime of 2022 and 2023 can certainly be My Hero Academia, because you're enjoying your time with it. I'm always up for that. I got asked if my list of top 10 anime was going to show up on the Giant Bomb guest lists. And my answer to that is no. They didn't ask. I didn't offer. I didn't know they were doing guest lists this year until it kind of like showed up that, hey, tomorrow there's going to be guest lists. I am happy they reached out to good, awesome people to do it. In the same way, I didn't know they weren't going to be doing lists previously until eventually they were like, oh yeah, we're not doing them. I didn't know that. I didn't know, I knew they did their events. I didn't know they were going to do some guest list. I think that's rad. I think some of the people they asked to do it are incredible. Again, I did not get asked, but also I will say, that I did not say like, hey, I wrote a list and it's on my co-host. Do you want it? I didn't reach out to anybody and go, do you want this list? Because I would want it to be, in my opinion, I would want to be asked, and two, I would want to tailor it a little bit more and have it not been on my co-host and have it not come out in video already, and it doesn't feel dated, but it feels like I already did it. So there's that. I also replied to the email that asked me that. Have you seen Scavenger's Reign? I don't believe I have. I don't know what that is. I'm Dr. Fard MD. Great username, of course. I'm going to look that up. It is a TV miniseries. It was an animated TV miniseries. It is on. Oh, well, I don't have Max, so that is new series streaming October 9th on Max. Streaming on Max. Yeah. No, I don't have Max. I have. I will send you a month of Max to check that out. Well, you certainly can if you want to. You're more than welcome to. I say it's on Max and it's something else. Yeah, I have not checked that out because I don't have Max. I don't have Max. I don't have Paramount. I let my Peacock expire because turns out I wasn't watching much of anything on Peacock. But Peacock is fine to pay for a month here and there if necessary. Netflix I've got now, but I'm going to let expire. I do that basically in a month at a time to watch things that interest me. Hulu, kind of the same thing. There's only like one, and I have no idea how I would do that, but it was my show anime of the year. Well, Dr. Fard MD, yeah, I mean, you don't have to send me a month of Max to check out, but I'm glad that was your favorite show of the year. I was unaware of it, but I'm glad you liked it. With most services, I just kind of pick them up now and again. Crunchyroll and High Dive, I pay every month because there's always something I want to watch. I'm not sure what the new thing I'm going to watch on High Dive is, though, I will say, because I haven't made up my list yet. We're too close, right? Because, like, Crunchyroll has been announcing, High Dive will start announcing what they're going to be showing as well. But sometimes it takes a little while before we know every show that's going to be out there and available. So eventually I will know. But yeah, I keep High Dive and Crunchyroll. And High Dive, Crunchyroll, Tokyo Joshi, Pro Wrestling, or the Wrestle Universe subscription. I mostly watch that, but I watch some DDT stuff and some Pro Wrestling Noah as well. But I'm mostly there for Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling because it's very fucking good. All right. Let's do one more step here, and then we'll take a pause for the cause, and I'll talk about ways you can support the channel if you weren't so inclined to do so. My all optional things that you can do. And then we'll talk about some other stuff, some anime and some manga. Drink a little water first. But yeah, we're making good progress on this. We're almost done with bag 2, and then we just have bag 3 left. So let's go here. Excuse me. All right. I'm going to talk to you about ways you can support what I do here, and all of them are optional. You are in no obligation to do any of those things, but if you would like to, you're more than welcome to. First and foremost, if you are currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the tier 2 blue emote in chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here financially with your Prime Gaming token, if you Amazon Prime link with your Twitch, or cash money like Aristofan did, or you could give subs like Aristofan did. And then a reminder that new subscriptions through January 2nd are 25% off. Oops, that's the wrong thing. I copied and pasted that. I forgot. I wanted to put this in the chat. The last thing I copied and pasted. Bonus. 25% off new subscribers until January 2nd. And from December 27th to January 2nd, so not yet, but soon, this week, gift subs will be 25% off. Any gift sub will be 25% off, but if you're a new subscriber, you can save money until January 2nd. If you want to convert your... I found this out, folks. If you've never if you've been a Prime subscriber this whole time, if you want to switch from being a Prime subscriber to paying, you can use that, and it'll switch over when your Prime is up, but you'll get the discount price. It seems like that is a loophole out there. Something to think about. Also, bits and coins always appreciated. If you want to join the bits leaderboard with Harold, you could do that. Again, these are all optional things you could do. You don't have to do any of this stuff. I have a Patreon, patreon.com/PatBaer. There's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier there. There are different rewards for different tiers. Consider joining me on Patreon if you're so inclined. And the cool thing about jumping in on the Patreon is that you're going to get a Q&A video this week. I do monthly Q&As, and they're the only exclusive content that I make. So it's just for my Patreon. Get those Q&As. Even at the $1 tier, you get that. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBaer. If you go over to my YouTube, you can subscribe for free, and I would love it if you did. You also, if you wanted to, could become a member over there, because for just $2 a month, you get to see my Wednesday videos a day early. So tomorrow, you will watch the very last Baerly Rehearsed, because the year is almost over, and it'll be the last of the 52 weeks that I have done that project comes to a close. And then next week you'll get, before other people, the first episode of my new project, which I am not going to tell you the name of yet. I will probably do that next Monday. Next Monday or Tuesday, I will say what the new project is called. It's going to be pretty, I think it'll be pretty good. Those are monthly ways to support me. You could also do a one-time donation if you were so interested. If you just want to help me out, you're like, oh, here's some money, Pat, to buy model kits and gear and such. You could do that. And everything I make through direct donations, through AdSense on YouTube, and memberships through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund, and I buy model kits with that. I got a backlog. I got master grades. I got knockoff Lego. I've got high grades. I got a bunch of different kits that I'd be happy to build. I'm going to be buying some wild, expensive thing in the future. But currently, I'm working on, well, I built this recently, thanks to Aristofan, and I'm currently building this, which were both purchased from my Amazon wish list, thanks to Aristofan. And if you want a dedicated YouTube video about the thing you purchased for me, and then also you want to jump the queue and become the next thing that I build, so I don't get to build from my backlog of stuff that I'm excited about. Instead, I build the thing you want me to build. The easiest way to do that is to go to my Amazon wish list. I got model kits. I got Lego sets. If you want to get me a belated Christmas gift, that's the way to do it. The Sandrock, the 2019 refresh of the Sandrock. The only of the new ones that I haven't built. I've built all the other new ones. Haven't built that one yet. Finally said, all right, fine, I'll put it on the list. Expensive kits, inexpensive kits, wildly expensive kits that, you know, I'm going to do a poll and pick one of them and then buy. But yeah, I got a bunch of stuff on here that I will be happy to build in the future if you want me to build it. It'd be cool. So see if there's something there you'd like to see me build, and pick it up if you want. And you can leave a message, or you can do it anonymously. I have a throne wish list. That is my alternative to Amazon, because people like to have alternatives to Amazon, because, yeah, some people don't want to use it, and I get that. And then most convoluted way to support me financially. Of all the ways, most of these are pretty straightforward. The most convoluted way to support me financially is to go to USA Gundam Store. At USA Gundam Store, you will buy a gift card. They will send you an email with the gift card code. Then send me a whisper on Twitch or a DM on Twitter with that gift card code, and I will use that gift card code and buy something from USA Gundam Store. Again, the most convoluted way for me for you to support me. If you want to help me out for free, you can join my Discord. I post build photos at the end of every stream. People post stuff they're working on. It is a nice place full of good people. Video links. I got them, and I want you to check them out. I talked about my best of top 10 list. I wrote it out on co-host. If you want to read my about my 10 favorite anime of 2023, you can do so there. The written version, if you want to watch a video of it, you can go check out Pat Baer's Anime Club, the video. And see that if you want to, find out what's going on with my top 10. And then Baerly Rehearsed, an ongoing video series. This is episode 51 of 52. 52 is coming out on Wednesday. If you miss a story about this, I had episode 52 done. I had filmed it. I had uploaded it. It was ready to go. Then I went to go pick up pizza. And when I was picking up pizza, a thing happened that I had to make a character for Baerly Rehearsed. I immediately was jotting down notes on my phone. When I got home, I wrote it up. Best of my recollection, every element about it that I felt the need, the desperate need to share on stream. So please enjoy that. Please watch that at your leisure. Click that link and check that out, because it wasn't a nightmare, but it was a nonsense thing that happened to me. And I was like, you know what? This has to be a video. So it's, 15-1 or 51-1, I guess. All right, I'm going to drink some water. Then I'm going to talk to you about an anime that I watched, and then some manga that I have been reading. That's Manga Monday, but we'll start with anime in it first, because I only watched one thing. I only watched one episode of one show because of Christmas stuff. I was going to watch 2 episodes, but I'm just going to wait another week. And then also I was going to watch... well, actually, let me see if that was there. Zom 100 is back, and I was gonna watch. I was gonna watch the new episode because they caught back up, and then they just put out. Here's the thing: not only did they catch back up, they put out episode 10, 11, and 12 all at once. So I was like, "Oh, shit! I'm gonna probably dedicate a whole Monday's stream to just talking about those 3 episodes." So I will eventually tell you about episodes 10, 11, and 12 of Bucket List of Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead, because all the new episodes came out finally, but I didn't get to that. So instead, I'm going to talk about the anime I did watch, and then 2 manga that I have been reading. And before that, I'm going to drink some water and dramatically switch back to the overhead right now. And Dirty subscribed to Tier 1 for 52 months. Thank you so much, Dirty. Let's throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Thank Dirty so much for that. Appreciate you very much. 52 months is so many goddamn months. But yeah, please feel free, folks, to throw some emotes in the chat. I Shall Survive Using Potions, episodes 11 of 12. Which happened here? Oh, Dr. Fart MD subscribed to Tier 1. Let's throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Thank you very much, Dr. Fart MD, for subscribing. Appreciate that very much. We'll throw some emotes in the chat there. Enjoy your emotes. Appreciate it. Enjoy your discount as a new subscriber. We're going to put together some presents here. We're putting some presents underneath or around the tree, I think. I don't know if it'll be underneath the tree, but we're building presents right now. So I'll do the last episode of I Shall Survive Using Potions. Probably I'm going to wrap that up because I'm going to watch it tomorrow so I can talk about it during my anime recap stream, which is tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. Going to talk about the fall season and the winter season that's coming up. So I'm going to watch that episode. So on stream, I'll talk about it on Thursday. On Thursday, I will chat about that. Is there another anime that has another episode that I can talk about? Bullbuster, the last episode of Bullbuster, which I already watched but didn't talk about. So yeah, I'll do Bullbuster and I Shall Survive Using Potions. I'll chat about both those final episodes on Thursday. So that'll be good. But for now, episode 11 of I Shall Survive Using Potions starts off with, we found out in the last episode, as part of a way to make a noble show up a shitty noble, they temporarily stopped selling potions at the potion shop the Kaoru runs, and instead they were selling boxed lunches. And she was like, well, we can stop doing that. But turns out that's incredibly popular. So now they have to keep making box lunches. And her particular ones are not as popular as other people's, which is fine. it, you know, it bums her out, but it's still fine. We're working on a Baer here because we've done most of this kit, so now we're doing the Baer. Um, the somewhat shady guy that Kaoru was dealing with, she thought that he was stealing from her. Turns out there's an organization that is somehow stealing supplies, and Kaoru, because she asked for the ability, a gift to be able to read and understand any language. Turns out that includes coded language. So to her, she can just uncover this code that no one else could, and so she's helping out the government figuring out ways to track down these people, which we might find out more about them in the next episode. But we don't find out this time. While she's there, she piques the interest of another military man who is a Viscount. He is Viscount Larsic. And Viscount Larsric is like, hey, I want to hire you to uncover where the mystery treasure is. Like, go on a treasure hunt, basically. Because we get some backstory about this guy. Generations ago, a ship crashed in their land, and there was a lot of gold there. And they melted all the gold down, and they used some of it in time of need, and they hid the rest. With the understanding that if ever there was a disaster, the Viscount would just use the gold. And somebody wrote like this kind of note or whatever in code, but for the most part, they were just passing on oral tradition. When you step down as Viscount, you tell the next Viscount where the gold is hidden. Big problem. At some point, a Viscount died in an accident. Like, his grandpa died in an accident. So our current Viscount does not know what's going on. Does not have any idea where the gold is. And due to poor crop growth, they need that gold. Like, they're running out of their emergency funds. They're in trouble. So Kaoru is like, I deciphered this clue. The letter that you got that's supposed to be a clue. It's not a clue, but Kaoru can use a potion, and after some shenanigans and some goofs here and there, and also a weird thing where the little girl got a bug bite, and that somehow made Kaoru think outside the box. Turns out the walls of the treasury are gold. They made the treasury out of gold because you wouldn't think to look into the walls. You would just try to like break into the treasury and not look there. So that was the big reveal. And also Kaoru is like, hey, I mean, that's great. You've got this gold. What you do need to do is investigate, hey, why do I keep, like, what's going on? Is it crop rotation? Do you need to have some backup crops? Do you have to, you have to investigate. Don't just be happy that you have the money to get by right now. Figure out why you were running out of it in the first place, which I think is very reasonable of her to be like, do some investigating. So everything's happy. Everybody's pleased. Back to normal. No problems. Except, a bunch of the orphan kids are sick. The orphans that she's been helping out. And there's like a fog over the town, and a lot of people are sick. And Kaoru's like, is this an epidemic? And that's the last episode, is Kaoru probably going to have to figure out what's going on. If there's like a plague, or if it's allergies or something, or illness or whatever. But it's not just a cold. Something's going on. There's also a whole little gag about she gets invited to dinner with the family of the Larsic family, and like the two sons are there, and she's like, "Oh, I know what's happening here. You're trying to set me up with one of your sons." Ah, great. Because Kaoru is like looking for a husband. She wants to settle down at some point. Turns out, no, they're in the military, and they're looking for the cure for soldier syndrome, which we found out a couple episodes is just athlete's foot. They got a bad case of athlete's foot because they're soldiers. And they were hoping that she would sell them the cure. And that was not what she was looking for. Anyway, we'll get that. That episode was fun. Once like the war element in the middle of this series kind of ended, it hasn't been as hot and heavy. It's just like the future adventures of. But it's still fun. I still enjoy it. So I look forward to more episode of the final episode, which I'll talk about on Thursday because I'm going to watch that tomorrow so I can chat about it on the stream. Reminder, 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, my fall wrap-up / winter preview. We'll get into it. We'll talk for several hours about anime. But right now, we're going to talk about manga because I've been reading some stuff. We're going to talk about a manga and a manhwa. It's Manga Monday and Manhwa Monday. So we'll have to chat about both of those things. We'll start with the manga. Oh boy, you know this is based on a light novel. Here we go. The strongest and fastest unlimited level up with the skills 1,000 times experience and level free. I broke the other upper level limit and rose to the top. This is not an isekai, but this is an action series. Dungeons have shown up in the real world, and a bunch of people have abilities and powers, but you don't get them until you go into the dungeon. Is this still part of the title? No. Rose to the top is the end of it. It's the strongest and fastest unlimited level up with the skills 1,000 times experience and level free. I broke the upper level limit and rose to the top. It is a sentence. It's a full goddamn sentence. Our hero is 16 years old, and so he got expelled from school. We don't know why. We do know why, but we don't really know why. Basically, he's just like a teen that like nobody believes in and nobody trusts. Like his parents don't take his side, and he also does not really give them an opportunity to take his side. Like he's just kind of out the door. And he's like, all right, well, I'm running away. I guess I'll go into a dungeon. And he ends up in this dungeon with a complete unbelievable cheat powers. He's level like 10,000 very early into the series. He's just an overpowered dude with a lot of abilities and pretty fucking cautious about that. We then cut forward, and then there are some flashbacks, but in the flashbacks is just like him joining up with a group and basically getting kicked out of that group. Like he's not banished. It's not the banished kind of story, but he's to explain. Well, one, he is a bit of an edgelord. He's not a deep edgelord, but he is like a 16-year-old kid that like ran away from home and is dealing with a lot of like just like people not believing in him and not trusting him. So he's definitely got some issues. But then he's in a group, and they eventually the leader of the group kicks him out because he's definitely too strong. He's just in a different league as the rest of them, and the guy just they're childhood friends, and he doesn't want this new guy in there because the leader doesn't want to be held back. So our guy kind of goes on his own, and a lot of it is like him figuring this world out and how his powers work and helping people here and there. And one of the people he helps is a young lady who is a rich young model who turns out to be kind of a tsundere brat, but not really. She like moves from brat to just young person who is very happy with our guy pretty fucking quickly. The group that he left, he ends up helping out a bit, and there's some reconciliation. And then chapter 10, he just kind of unwittingly ends up on a date with several of them. It's not a romantic it's more just like an opportunity for them to hang out. But basically, it is the style of story of a dude who very much wants to be a lone wolf because he's decided that the world isn't on his side, so why should he be on their side? But he can't actually get past his true nature, which is a guy that wants to help people. Um, is it great? No. It's well drawn. It's good. It's not offensive, and it's not like, you know, I don't hate it. It passes the time. I'll say that. Again, is definitely like not my favorite manga of the year, but it's not like unreadable. It just kind of whatever. But I did reach a point in it where I was like, oh, I can talk about this now. Sometimes I wait till more than 10 chapters. I try to get to 10. 10 is usually like 2 volumes. 10 is about as many chapters as you need to get the premise and then twist the premise a little bit. Give me a little bit like, oh, okay, this isn't about a loner. If I only read a couple chapters, I might thought it was about a loner. It's not. And I'm like, okay, now I've got a better idea. All right, now our tiny polar bear is going to go onto our sled. And snap that in. Great. Now we got our big polar bear and our tiny polar bear. There's our polar bears, so you can see them there. See these polar bears. And now we just have to build up the Christmas tree. And the Christmas tree is pretty involved. And then we'll just put them all together. Goes on there. Sits there. Kind of just sits like that. And this kind of goes like that there. And then we'll build our Christmas tree. That's the last thing we need to build. So we'll get in on that. So yeah, I think it's like totally all right, totally readable. It's not my favorite thing that I'm reading right now. Now where manga, around chapter 10 or so, I start to understand what's going on and I'm ready to chat about it. That is not the case with manhwa. Manhwa, sometimes you need to give quite a bit of time to. Sometimes you've got to really give it a chance with like a lot of chapters before I feel comfortable myself telling you about it. So I'm several chapters in of the 1000th regression of the max level player, which is of course a regression story. So years ago, angels showed up. They're not really good angels, but they're angels. And they're like, we're testing humanity. Humanity will have to go in and representatives of humanity will have some challenges. And it's once a month. And there are people all over the world that this involves too. And that it will whittle things down. And maybe someday you'll face the 20th challenge. Because there are 20 challenges. Our guy gets a unique ability. Everybody gets abilities. Our guy gets one unique ability, which is regression. 99 regressions. He can do it 100 times. And over the years, he's learned who to trust, what people's abilities are. He figures out a way to help his brother out, who he loses in the first year, and he's lost a couple other times through shenanigans. He learns one year, he just studies what the lottery numbers are and memorizes the lottery numbers for his next several regressions. Like eventually he's just like, oh, I should probably memorize lotto numbers so that I can win money, so I have money for when things get out of hand. Because the basic idea is eventually society is going to collapse and he wants to live in a building with good security because that'll give him an advantage. And things change every time because his ideas change a little bit, which leads to things being a little different here and there, which he's starting to learn as well. So we're now on the 100th time, the 99th regression, his last chance to make it. because level at the 99th attempt, right? This last one where we start with this manhwa, he gets to the 20th stage. He's finally gotten to the 20th stage. He's never gotten this far before. Over the years, various incarnations, he's never gotten this far. He gets there. He's done with half of it. He's ready to challenge the final boss. He is going to save humanity or die trying. And when he gets there, he finds out a requirement for that is being in a party of at least 5 people. He is a solo act. He had no idea that was a requirement. So now, in his 100th regression, not only does he have to protect his family, take out a guy that made his life miserable, take out some people that are going to betray humanity later, he also needs to make sure that he is getting allies, because he will need allies that he can take up to this 20th stage. So that's kind of where we are with this manhwa, is him manipulating people, using his knowledge, his previous knowledge, to set some people up to take the fall, for him to get stronger, for him to protect his brother. So you get some of that, like, dude that he knows would later, like, blind his brother at one point. You know, like, that guy didn't do this yet, but he would do it as a way to hurt him in the future. So you get those little bits of revenge, like those like nice like revenge moments. You get some really solid action. The art is good. The art is certainly good. And yeah, it's a fun story so far. I think I've read enough of it to be able to talk to you about this manhwa. Hey, we just got raided by Christian. Thank you so much, Christian, for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. I'm Pat Baer. This is Build with Baer. It is, for me, over here in the United States, the East Coast, still Christmas Day. It's Christmas Day night. And so we've been building this fun Christmas-themed Lego set. Hello. Christian says, Merry Christmas, y'all. Merry Christmas to you. Thanks for being here, Christian. Thanks for popping in. We're almost done with this set, which we started tonight just as a way to do a fun Christmas thing. And then when this is done, we will dive back into the work I have been doing on Dragonite for the rest of the stream, because I've been building a Mega Constructs Dragonite. And I was just finishing up telling people about the 100th regression of the max level player. And again, there's possibility that the manhwa will give a twist, because, like I said, sometimes you got to really read a manhwa because they're still single. There's one I haven't talked to you about. I want to tell you what chapter we're on, so I'm going to look this up. Hold on while I look this up. There is a manhwa which I haven't covered on these streams yet, that is called "The Constellations Are My Disciples." We are on 49 chapters of The Constellations Are My Disciples. Chapter 46 is the chapter where our main character finds out that a constellation that he has butted heads with is one of his disciples from his previous life before he got reincarnated, who has become a constellation that empowers people, a nameless constellation. We knew that because the title is My Disciples Are Constellations, but the main character didn't know that until like chapter 46. So I haven't covered that yet because it was a thing where I was like, I kind of need to know more about what's going on here. So that's like almost a year's worth of storytelling, because manhwa are generally weekly. Some are 3 times a month and then a week off. That is a schedule some manhwa are doing, which I think is a better schedule. But yeah. So you can understand why maybe I haven't talked about that yet, because I didn't know if I wanted to wait a little bit. All right, we got to build the star here. We are almost done with this kit. We're going to finish the star. Anyway, that's what I've been reading and watching lately. But I want to hear from you, friends. What are you watching right now? What are you reading? What are you? Did you get anything for Christmas you want to tell me about? Because we did cover that, but if other people want to tell me about their Christmas gifts, be it model kit building or otherwise, you want to tell me what's going on with you? I'd certainly love to hear it as we wrap up this Lego set here. Cute little set. We'll put the star on there, and then this goes here. And that's the build. But yeah, let me know, friends. What are you watching right now? What are you reading? What are you playing? For me, I'm playing Hearthstone. I've been doing that. I've been playing a little more Hitman. I got back into the Hitman because there are some fun challenges in there that I hadn't played. So I've been doing that. Still enjoying my time with Hitman. So that's been good. But what else? What else have I been playing? I haven't played since Saturday any more of Persona 4 Golden with mods. I'm in my new game plus for Persona 4 Golden, but I have not put any more time into that. I do plan on playing more of it. I just did not have time this past couple days because of holiday stuff, like helping with prep. Meals were fantastic, folks. I'll tell you about that. We haven't talked about that. Last night, Christmas Eve dinner, homemade lasagna. My dad made lasagna. Unbelievably good. So good. Our secret, sausage and ground beef. Not one or the other, both. Real good. Real good. Also, not as much regatta as is traditional, because no one in this house particularly likes regatta. So, a lot more mozzarella. And that turned out fucking great. I'm going to take a photo of this here, and then I'm going to get back into organizing some stuff, and we'll do a little bit more of the Dragonite here. But I have to switch this to this lighting because it's better for photographs. And we had lobster tails. Just a couple. We got a couple lobster tails. They were very tasty. We used to do crab legs. We used to do snow crab legs, and before that, king crab legs. But those are so incredibly expensive that we don't do that anymore. But we did lobster tails, and none of us are Italian. I'll say that. No one in this family is Italian in any way. But we had a pretty dang Italian. I mean, lasagna and fish. We had a pretty dang Italian Christmas Eve dinner, and it was real good. And then Christmas Day, which was today, very Thanksgiving style. Mashed potatoes, turkey with gravy, stuffing, sweet potatoes or mashed potatoes and vegetables, cranberry sauce, like a very Thanksgiving style thing. That's just what we like in this family. Some people do prime rib. Some people do ham. They do a Christmas ham. We like doing turkey again. We didn't get a full turkey this year. We just got a big turkey breast that did have the carcass. So my dad's going to make a broth with the carcass. But it wasn't a full turkey, so I didn't get any dark meat, which sucks for me because I really like dark meat. So that was a bummer for your friend Pat. All right, we're going to get back into Dragonite here. We'll just kind of get organized with our Dragonite because we don't have a lot of time left in the stream. But I can just knoll all the colored pieces that I have here and kind of get that organized. And we'll get some. I'll get a little more building done on Dragonite because we opened the first 3 bags, and then we got some more to build here, and then we have more to put together. But we've been slowly putting together this particular thing. We ended up step 43, and now we have. Oops, we can do step 44. Did I knock a piece over? I'll find it later. But we can do a little bit there. Are you streaming New Year's Eve and Day? Says Lord Crash. Asked Lord Crash. Yes. My streaming plan. And I'll go back to what y'all have been saying here. Yeah. So I am not streaming this Saturday, the 30th. I'm going to watch wrestling because AEW World's End is that day, and I want to watch that. So I'm going to be watching wrestling on Saturday. So no stream on Saturday. Stream Tuesday and Thursday. No stream Saturday. Then on Sunday, I am going to stream instead. And I'm going to do 2 hours of model kit building. And and then 1 hour of Power Wash Simulator, and then New Year's Day I'm gonna stream New Year's Day night, so that'll be Monday gonna stream, and then that Tuesday, yes, the first bonus stream, non-model kit building stream of the month will be that Tuesday. And as like Lord Crash correctly asked, yes, I will be streaming 3 days in a row, which is a lot. You may remember that a previous year in February, I was doing daily streams for a little while there. I was doing like a stream every day. I was doing Daily Dwarf, where I played Dwarf from Antique for like an hour every weekday as an experiment and also as a challenge. I don't want to do that again, but yeah, I am going to stream 3 days in a row. I was thinking about taking one of those days off, but I don't want to because it's the beginning of the year, and it feels weird to take days off in the beginning of the year. So instead, I won't do that, and I will just stream. And it'll be fine. It will be fun and fine. Because also, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow and Thursday, and then not Saturday. So I'll have 2 days in a row off where I don't stream, and that rarely happens to me. So I felt like, okay, we'll do that. So we're going to do a little more of this Dragonite, and then we'll get back into this properly on Thursday and get way more done on Thursday. But we got to do some of this now. So we'll just follow the instructions here. Okay, and so as far as what other people said, I should go back. My apologies for not going back, but I did want to talk about that while we had some people here. Lord Crashton says, I've been playing some of the new Among Us DLC for Vampire Survivors. Oh, that's right. That does exist. That is a thing that has happened. That's a thing that's out there, huh? And this is some wild stuff. The new map and new characters do some of the most wild stuff I've ever seen in the game. That's awesome. I'm glad that that's wild and cool. That's rad. Okay, so this is going here. And then this goes on the other side of that. Gotta lock it in place. All right, great. Okay, so this goes here. So that means this thing will eventually turn this and move this up and down. Because this is like the wings. Because this is the body of our Dragonite. And then this is going to rock back and forth to move the wings based on this turning. I don't have the piece that will turn that yet. But basically, this turns, which will then move this up and down, I guess. Does this turn it? No, yeah. So somehow that'll do something. I don't know yet. I'm sure there's more to it, this build, to that, but that's the premise, I guess. Or that's the mechanism. Anyway, we got more mechanism to build. This thing bends. I didn't realize this was going to bend. That's weird. Okay, that's going to bend. Huh. All right. This Mega Constructs kit is doing some weird shit, and I am here for that weird shit. You know me. I am up for some odd building stuff. Dr. Fart MD says, I gave Returnal another try since I picked it up on PC at launch. While there's a lot more game there than I thought there would be. Yeah, I bounced off Returnal pretty early on in my playing of it, but I've always wanted to go back. It didn't vibe with me as much as I hoped it would have. But I'm glad something good happened there. That's awesome. Excuse me. Aristfan says, I've been playing through Tinykin again. Such a relaxing game. Very relaxing. That's awesome, Aristfan. Yeah, sometimes, fuck it. Play a nice, chill, relaxing game. You deserve it. You deserve a good time with a good game. All right, so... Okay, so this goes here, which is some sort of resistance. This presses that down, so then when it spins, it forces this up, and then the rubber pushes it back down. This is, I'm going to say, pretty fucking inventive. Pretty fucking cool. And then we need these curve pieces here. Lord Crash says one of the Among Us characters. This is from in the Vampire Survivors DLC. Sorry, let me just get this. Okay, so this goes like that, and then this goes a layer on top of that. Yes. Okay. One of the Among Us characters' evolved form of their weapon just has the wire connecting mini game happening constantly while you're trying to do shit, and it kills enemies all around the screen. Yeah, that sounds good, kind of bonkers. That sounds like goofy, weird, fun. I can get on board with that. Yeah, all right. Sure. You know what? Sure. That's some weird ass stuff. That sounds great. But yeah, let me know, folks, if you're watching anything, playing anything, what you ate during the holidays. If you want to share that, that's fun. You could do that as well. We also, apple pie. My mom made the apple pie, but I did a lot of the prep work for it. A lot of slicing apples, using an apple core and then peeling the apples, and then little a la mode, do it a la mode style, put a little ice cream in there. Ooh, good. Big fan of that. That's some good shit right there. Okay, so this goes like this. This goes like that. That's how that works. Step 51. Ooh, actually, this was step 52. So hopefully step 51 lets me put that in there. Yeah, that just goes in like that. Okay. Don't fully know what all of these things do, but doing it. Put it in there. But yeah, apple pie, very tasty. Just a good holiday. Just like overall, very good holiday. Very happy spending time with folks. I'm going to run that poll on Thursday about what expensive model kit I should buy. So keep an eyes peeled for that. I'll promote it on social media and my Discord and in chat on Thursday, and then also talk about it, like I said, on stream and all that. But then also probably send it out to like a bunch of different things here. Oh, I did one of these wrong. This is not the right one. These need to taper off, so I gotta do it like that. Oops. The thing with Mega Constructs, which I've talked about before, is occasionally they don't feel good connecting. Like you have to put more force to connect the pieces than I would like. And it occasionally feels bad. It feels weird in a bad way. And it's just like, I don't like how that felt. I don't like how that went together. It's not all the time, but some of the time, Mega Constructs don't feel particularly perfect. I guess everything compared to Lego, because it's the gold standard for this kind of brick assembly. There is nothing better, as far as I know. Lord Crash says, I did get the Case of the Golden Idol and its DLC on Steam during the winter sale, along with Christmas DLC for Lake that I've wanted to play. Ooh, yeah. I don't know if I'll ever go back to Lake, but I really liked Lake. Yeah. Lake's pretty fucking good. Again, I don't know if I'll ever go back to it, but I did enjoy my time with Lake, so that's good. Yeah, I still have I need to buy something on Epic because I have the discount coupon, and I'm trying to pick honestly, I'm trying to pick something that we could do on stream, right? Like that's the goal of that would be, what can I do on stream? What's a game that because hey, there are games I play for fun, sure, but also kind of want to play some stuff that we can all do together. All right, this wants me to open bag 4 and 5, which I'm not going to do right now. There are some extra pieces. That's always nice with either Lego or Mega Constructs, so we'll get to that later. But I am not going to open up bags 4 and 5 because then I would just spend the next 10 minutes just moving them around. So Thursday, though. On Thursday, we'll open bag 4 and 5. We'll get deep into this. We'll do more with Mega Constructs, Dragonite, and all of that. But we won't do that tonight. You said Lake DLC takes place the previous year with the dad doing his route. Oh, that's fun. That's kind of neat. You can see it from a different perspective. The same place you've been. That's pretty cool. What was I going to say? We'll just put that back there. Just look at what I built on Saturday. Well, I was gonna say something and I just don't know what to say there. Yeah, I got nothing. Oh yeah, I'm trying to find a game to play, for next year. Because if I got that coupon, I might as well play something. So it'll probably be a simulator of some kind, something fun, maybe a card game. I don't know, but I'm gonna look for something that I can play on stream, because if I got that discount, I should use that discount. And that's going to do it for tonight's stream. I think I'll be wearing the Santa hat tomorrow. I didn't turn on my Christmas lights. I forgot. My apologies, friends. I have Christmas lights that I forgot to turn on. They'll be on tomorrow for the Boxing Day stream. Tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, please consider coming to hang out and watching the stream. I think you'll have a good time with it. The plan of attack is that I will be talking about the fall 2023 anime season that is wrapping up. Almost everything from that season is done. And then we'll be talking about the upcoming winter season, which is starting very soon. And we'll go through everything listed on AniChart, which does a pretty good job of including everything, although sometimes they don't consider things anime, like if it started as a Chinese show and is just a little retooled, or if it's Scott Pilgrim takes off and they're just like, no, that's not anime. So not everything always gets listed, but they list a lot of stuff. So we'll go through that and talk about it. What should we do right now? I don't know how long my friends are still streaming. It's not Merry Monday, everybody, so we can't raid Merry. I have no idea how much longer my friends, Beej and Heather are going to stream, because they've been streaming for almost 7 hours. But you know what? We're going to raid them, because when do I get to raid Loading Ready Run? Never. They're always done before I'm done. I have no idea how much longer they're going to go, but we're going to go raid Loading Ready Run because my friends are doing it. God, what's it like to stream that long? I don't know, but we'll find out. Again, they might be wrapping up, but we're still going to give them a raid because that's fun. So we're going to go raid Loading Ready Run and hang out with Beej and Heather as they play Christmas games. That's their yearly tradition. So thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Hope you come along on this raid. Hope you come back tomorrow night for lots of fucking anime talk. So much goddamn anime talk. Thanks, everybody. Merry Christmas. Have a great rest of your night. I'll see you in the future. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.